This is one of a 15-part series where Dr. Olumide Emmanuel shares practical wisdom on how to make, grow, and keep money and business. These are excerpts from the best-selling book, The School of Money by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. You can find the rest of these teachings in a playlist linked in the video description. Let's get straight into today's video.
Money hides in a seed. Money hides in seeds. Money hides in seeds. Everything in life begins with a seed. Whenever you hear the word seed, please don't think money alone. Words are seeds. Attitudes are seeds. Hello? So words are what? Seeds. Your attitude is what? Is a seed. So every time you hear the word seed, don't think money alone. Because you may have money and use your mouth to sow seeds that will devour the money. Hello? You may have money and then you may use your attitude to do something that will take the money away. So when we say seed, it's not just money, but money hides in a seed. So everything in life begins with a seed. Every tree was once a seed. And I hope you remember that in creation, all of creation was first created through the seed of words. So God did not plant a seed of apple to have an apple tree. He planted the seeds of what? Words. Let the earth bring forth. And then when he planted the seed of word, the tree came forth. Then he planted the seed of perpetuation in the first tree. So when the first tree came, he now declared that let every tree that I produce bring forth seed that will continue to produce. Hello? So if the tree does not now continue to produce seed, the tree will not continue to exist because we will not have to be speaking words again to be producing. Hello? We're going somewhere. So what's our seeds? Attitude of seed. Every tree was once a seed. Every human being was once a sperm seed. So every man that is moving all around have in their loins nations. There are nations in the loins of every man that is moving around, but those nations will never become a reality until they are released as a seed. So seeds are very powerful. And there are many people keeping their seed in their loins, refusing to release their seed into the soil and the womb of destiny. And they wonder why things are not happening. So every human being was once a sperm seed. Think about it. How will a liquid sperm become a full-grown human being with bones and veins and tissues and lumps? It's supernatural. So every time you sow a seed, every time you release a seed, something supernatural happens that cannot be explained by the natural man. Every creation, every invention was once a thought or an idea in the mind of the creator. Hello? So before I ever write a book, it's in my mind. It's a seed inside me. And then after a while, I begin to sow the seed in paper or in typing. And after a while, I sow the seed in editing. I sow the seed in printing and publishing. And then one day it becomes a reality. Every house that you ever want to build begins with a seed of a dream, of a desire to build. And then you go to get a plot of land and there's no house yet. But the house is already existing because you can see it, even though you cannot see it. Do you get that? You can see it inside. And then you call the architect and then you tell the architect what you see. And then the architect helps you to draw physically what you see. And then it is now available on paper, yet to be available on land. But it can die on paper if you are not willing to sow the seed. To say, hey, but I've already sown seed. If you have bought land, land does not equal to house. You will continue to sow. You will now sow the seed of buying material. You sow the seed of paying people. You have to continue to sow until... And guess what? When you finish the house and you pack it, you have to continue to sow maintenance. So life is all about sowing. But because we don't understand, we short-circuit the process that the Creator has set in motion to help us. The entire world The entire human race was once a seed in the mind of the Creator. So a tree may not make a forest, but every forest begins with a tree. A tree may not make a forest, but every forest begins with a tree. So the very minute you start the journey and you are consistent, it's only a matter of time. Every seed in your hand is a potential orchard or plantation. Every seed in your hand is a potential orchard or a potential plantation. So like we always say, you cannot count the number of oranges in a seed, but you can count the number of seeds in an orange. So if you go to the market, buy orange, cut it, you put your finger, you can pick out the seeds and count. But when you hold seeds in your hand, you can never count the number of oranges inside that seed. Why? Because the possibilities are endless. So every time you eat your seed, you are eating a plantation. Hello? So those seeds in your hand, if you eat it, it ends up in the toilet. But what you have eaten is you have eaten an entire plantation that can become a global conglomerate. That's what you have just eaten. So when you eat your seed, you are eating your future. You are eating your future. But when you plant your seed, what do? You release the future. I hope you know every time you eat egg, you are eating poultry. Hello? You go to Meshai. Say, give me bread and egg and tea. How many of you have eaten Meshai, egg and tea, bread and egg before? You know that their egg is sweeter. It's as if there's something they put. That if you try it in your house, it will never come out like that. Have you done the Indomie and eggs too? Okay, you guys are... have you done it while going? Okay, now. You know, so you just go to the machine and then you just crack the egg. Bra, 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 bra. That's a whole poultry. You are eating poultry. You sat down, ate a whole poultry. Why? Because those eggs that you are eating could have become a chicken. And the chicken will lay other eggs that will produce other chicken and lay other. So if you did not eat that egg, there are poultries that you have eaten. So every time you are eating, there are some poultry that should exist in the future that you have devoured. Hello? Have you heard of seed capital before? It's a seed. Oh, you want to start a business, so what do you need? I don't know the business. I've done my business plan. I just need like 5 million. It's okay. Let me give you the money to go and start. Then you start the business with 5 million. Somebody puts in the seed capital to start the business. And then 15 years later, the business is all over the world. And people are talking, oh, the turnover last year was $17 billion. And then when they tell you, oh, we started with, you'll be saying, hello? When this church started about 29 years ago, all I had to my name was 200 and something naira. Hello? UBA accounts. 200 and something. So the maximum I could withdraw was the 200. Hello? And then the pulpit that we wanted to do, to erect pulpit, was 700 naira. So I put the 200 naira together and I began to believe God that ministry has started. Hello? And the church started in my father's compound in Ikotu. But God has spoken to me that the church will be in Idimo. So I entered the bus and I stopped and I began to prayer walk from, I don't know the bus stop in those days, but somewhere around you have Governor's Road or something. There's one technical college. I don't know if it's still there, one technical hand. So I just got down there and I started walking down all the way to Egbeda. I was just praying. And then as I got to Isheri side, I saw a brother say, Pastor, what are you doing here? I said, that I'm starting a church and God is saying that this area is a demo. He said, no, you have passed a demo. A demo is the one at the back. I said, it's okay. He said, so can I join you? I said, so we started talking. I said, we're starting. I said, okay. that, can I sow into the work? I said, no problem. So he brought 500 naira. I gave him 500 naira. His name is Ilari Eledu. He's our lucky pastor. Hello? So 500 plus 200. I called carpenter, so he pulpit. So we did the wooden pulpit, church started. Someone said seed capital. Is 700 naira our problem now? We are talking some danger here. So, but we started. So when we tell you now that in those days, when we wanted to buy this land, a plot of land was 70,000. We wanted to buy 4 plots, 280. All of us put together, we didn't have 50,000. Everybody, whole member, if they say my mama, say my papa, sell everybody, we don't get it. To know that your present state is not your final status. That seed you refuse to sow now is a proof of your faithlessness in your future. Hello? So what did we do? After raising offering the pulpit, we now gather people. The Gideon band. Hello? So I gathered them behind us. All of you, we are this one. We must not lose this. That we are levying every family. This one a levy. It's not a levy. All of you must do something. We must not miss this land. 280,000. We didn't have. Hello? So there is a principle called the seed principle. So when you want to become successful and you are wondering where is money, where is money, where is money, most of the time what you are looking for already exists in what is in your hand. You are looking for money, you already have idea. You are looking for money, you already have relationship. You are looking for money, you already have material resources. You are looking for money, you already have the energy and skill. You remember? And then you are still looking for money. No. So that's why we tell you your time, your talent, and your treasure. Let me talk to you about the volunteer principle. The volunteer principle. Because I've seen a lot of people so fixated on making money that they refuse to sow the seed of their time and the seed of their talent. And they don't realize that in sowing the seed of their time and in sowing the seed of their talent, money will now flow as a result of the problem they are solving and the value they are offering. Because see, this poverty mentality, this survival mentality is so strong that when people are at that level, the only thing they are thinking of is, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? I can't come and kill myself. What are they just don't understand. And I need to repeat this again, because if we get it, those of us that you see today that seem to be doing anything meaningful, we did not start like this. There were things we discovered. There are things we applied that brought us here. We all know of Maslow's hierarchy of need. But you see, that was a result of a research. What Abraham Maslow was trying to do was to find out, why do people behave like this? Because many of you think that the Western world has always been like this. No. The United Kingdom was worse than Nigeria in their own days. The United States was worse than Nigeria in their own days. You have forgotten that many of these countries are over 200 years, 300 years. Nigeria is just 100 and something by republic and then 60 something by independence. So, do we need to wait for 200 years? No. But it won't continue like this. Because when you get there, you will do better. That's why we're teaching you now, training you now, so that you will be better when you get there. Hello? So, Abraham Maslow was doing that, and now, in the course of doing the research, he now realized that there are 3 different levels of people. That there are people that are at the survival level of life, there are people that are successful, and there are people that are living a life of significance. He now realized that when people are at the survival level of life, they are not different from an animal. Because at that point, they are operating based on their instinct, survival instinct, what to eat, what to wear. And that's why people behave the way they behave, because they are just thinking survival. But let me tell you something, you can never become successful or become significant with survival mentality. If you start business based on survival, there's a limit to how far the business can go. The way to become successful and to become significant is to have significance mindset even at your survival level. While you are still struggling, you don't have money, you still will not steal. You are squatting with someone under the bridge, you still will not lie. You are willing to help somebody even if there's nothing in it for you. Why? Because you just want to make impact. It is those kind of impact mindset that takes you out of survival. So there are many people today that do not have any meaningful source of income. And I've told you over and over again, there is work everywhere, even though job is scarce. Nobody is looking for work that does not have work. There is work everywhere. It is job you are looking for. Every time you say you are looking for a job, it's salary you are looking for. When you say you are looking for work, you are looking for impact. Because there is work everywhere. It's job that is scarce. Hello? When I left school, I studied building technology and quantity surveying. I was already a minister of the gospel. I already received the call of God upon my life. I was already functioning in the ministry. But because I went to school, studied, I came back, started working. But I was frustrated. Because every morning I could not do the kind of prayer I wanted to do. You wake up, you'll be in the bathroom, you'll be you will now be, is this my life? So I will go to work, truncate construction. In those days, we'll go and build all those VI, we're the one building all those high-rise building. So I was a foreman. And then we'll go there, we'll walk, then I'll be on the 5th floor, 6th floor, praying in the Holy Ghost, reading Bible, because that was my passion. So this, they'll become farmer, you'll be hearing about, they're looking for you. One day I just stood up and said, no, this is not my destiny. I just walked away. I didn't resign. Don't do it or it's wrong. Maybe they will even think I died. I just disappeared. No notice, no nothing. I just walked away, never to return. That's wrong. That's what I did, but that's wrong. It's my level of understanding. I was a young boy. I didn't know better. Hello? And then I knew that ministry was what I needed to focus on. That was my calling. I should just focus on what God has called me to do. Then we're at a meeting, 1992. I was still lattering there, so we're at the meeting. So we had the meeting, and then Maurice Cerullo conference, everybody came. So they were just talking and talking. I said, okay, they are starting an office. Maurice Cerullo World Evangelism Global Satellite Network Nigeria. So okay, I would like to work with this kind of ministry so that I can learn. So I went there, they said there's no job. But because of what I'm telling you now, it's not about survival. I said, whether they have job or not, it's learning. Me, I should even pay them to teach me ministry. So I now wrote a letter. I said, look, I've been told there's no job, but I'm writing to volunteer. Just to do what? To volunteer. That's why anything you want me to do, I'll just be here. If you want me to carry it, does me, I carry it, does me. Just to be in this atmosphere to learn. Because I have a call upon my life. I just want to learn. This is an international business. I'll be able to learn how things are done. So the man, my mentor and father, Reverend Esidada, then called me and said, sit down. Say, you're a young man. Because you people will now come now and be saying that, now, you are saying you want to volunteer. Oh. Do you know what volunteer is? I say, yeah. He said, it means there's no salary. Oh. It means there's no money. Oh. Not that at the end of the month now you say they are using you and you didn't pay you. I said, no problem, sir. I said, but I believe that at the end of the month you will pay me. He said, you see, we have started. Say, you have said, we have not even finished. You have not even finished this. I said, no, what I mean is that I believe that like Joseph in the house of Potiphar, my presence will make a difference. And by the end of the month, there will be enough value that it will just be normal that will be paid. He said, but we have agreed that. I said, no, I agree. Hello? Volunteer. So I will leave house in the morning. I will go to Ajawa Estate from Ikotum. No salary, nothing. Just going. Then 1 week after coming in there, they said we should go to the store. There are a lot of packs of VHS, ordered that we should go and arrange it. So we went into the store. We started arranging VHS. Benny Hinn. Different people. John Avanzini. John Hagee. So I started seeing names of different men of God. 19. I said, Robert Slayton. God's jet. I said, all this. So I now went, I said, sir, all these VHS that we are packing, what are they for? He said, no, that what we're going to be doing is video school of ministry. That you see those projectors, that you people will be carrying the projector to churches to show them film. You remember the way they used to do bunny hair? That you put my hair, that's it says, I said, like bunny hair? He said, yes. That you'll be going to churches to show video. So, okay, sir. So I went back home, I'm like, video. So I started thinking of myself, as even though I was young, at my level, I will now go to church. They say there is a conference. I will now go there, we'll now sit down, we'll now be watching video. 1992. So I said, is it not better that they give the people the video so that men of God can sit down in their house and watch the video without having to come gather in a place? It will cost. So I went back to the next. I said, see, I'm just thinking, are you seeing value now? I was not thinking of salary, I'm thinking of impact. I said, I'm thinking that that there are a lot of powerful men of God in this country. Will they allow us to be bringing video to show their member when many of them are already going to America? That why don't we duplicate all these videos so that we can start selling the video? And churches that want us will go, but the men of God that want the video will sell the video to them. They will be watching it in their house, and that will be bringing money to the organization, because we have to now sit down and be waiting for church to invite us to come and play video. But with that one, they looked at me, so you have started. Less than 2 weeks old. He said, if you can get a way to get it done. I said, no problem. So I came back again. I started asking questions. That's how I landed in Shomolu. Started going. Chrisland. What's the Ebenezer Bay. D-Cross. I went to D-Cross. Started going to different places. And that's how I got into a store. And the owner of the store said, these videos are very powerful. People will need it. And she said, but can you give me the right so that I will be the only one producing it? I said, I don't have power over that one. I have to talk to my girl. But how do we go? He said, no. Once you give me the right, you people don't need to pay anything. My company will produce, distribute, and then we'll just decide on how many percentage we're going to be giving you as your own royalty. I said, we will not pay. He said, no. And then we will not market. He said, no. He said, I will do all the marketing. Every week you'll just be coming to collect money. I said, every week. That's how I got to the office. I told my guy, to cut the long story short, at the end of the month, they paid me. At the end of the month, they did what? They paid me. Are you get what I'm saying now? Value. So you say you are looking for a job, volunteer. That company you want to work for, that you have gone for interview, they did not accept you. Write a letter to them to say, I came to this company 4 months ago for an interview, and unfortunately, I was not qualified based on the interview process. But I strongly believe in the values of this organization, and I believe in what this organization can do and what I can do for this. So I'm offering myself as a volunteer to work free of charge, just to be in this atmosphere, to put my own quota. So you give them value of what they can give to you, then you throw in what you can bring to the table. I look forward to hearing from you, because I believe my presence will make a difference. Hello? And then you never know what will happen. We have one of our sisters here. I preached on this many, many years ago, on volunteerism. And she had just come back from the UK, where she went to study. And when I finished, she said, she came to me and said, Pastor, volunteer. After all the money I spent in London, I will now come and volunteer. I said, you see, you are not getting it. I said, let me ask you a question. The London you say you went to, are you the one that paid? It's your husband that paid. I said, now, the house you are living in, are you the one? Your husband already takes care of everything you need. So what is your problem that you are saying all the money you paid? Did I not visit you in London? Don't I know that you are not the one that paid? Don't I know you? Then I now talking, I say, all the money you spend. Which money did you spend? I said, now, did your husband, are you hungry? Are you the one paying for food in your house? You are not doing anything. Financially, in quotes. Not that you're not doing anything, but you understand what I mean. So you can survive without salary. You have been surviving without it. So why not go and volunteer instead of sitting there at home? I said, do you know that this your master you say you went to do in London? After 1 year, it has expired. Because by the time they now ask you, maybe you get a job 2 years later, they say, okay, what the certificate say? I have masters. When? You now say 3 years ago. They say, time has gone. That knowledge has. So she said, okay, no problem. I said, that company you want to work in, go there. And then she went and wrote a letter to volunteer. And they took her on board. Because many times you don't realize that we that are looking for staff, we are looking for someone to come and solve problem for us. So when we say vacancy, accountant needed, what we are saying is, these are our accounts. We need someone to come and help us. So we are looking for someone to come and help us, whereas you are coming with help, salary.
Thank you for taking time to watch this video. We believe you've learned something of great value. On this channel, we share videos on finances and wealth creation from biblical perspective. You can find more similar videos on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you've learned in the comment section.